we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road this morning on this Monday, kicking off a brand new week. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this Monday, new month, June the 2nd, obviously. And a new month and a new day, obviously. June 2nd, 2025. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be. As the late Rush Limbaugh would say, across the fruited plain, we say it every day because we're a big fan of Rush's and miss him tremendously, but he's in a better place. He's in glory. So, as he gave his heart to the Lord, somewhere during his illness before he passed away. Anyway, birthdays today, Ron Ely. Remember Ron Ely? Played Tarzan way back in the day. He's 86. And the Beavers having a birthday today. Jerry Mathers, Leave It to Beaver, having a birthday 2025. Lots to talk about. Wow. The Lady Vols playing here just in a little while. They've got the Texas Lady Longhorns coming up at the top of the hour. You've got the Tennessee men's team playing for their lives tonight in Knoxville. We'll run down all those for you. The regionals are set. 9 teams are in for the Super Regional starting this weekend to determine who's going to get on down the road to Omaha in the College World Series with the men. Ladies are set. Final 4, going to whittle it down to 2 today. And so we'll tell you all about that. Major League Baseball, new coaching change here in the area. We told you about Christian Taylor leaving UH and going to be the new baseball coach at Sullivan East. Well, we've got some more movement over the weekend. We'll tell you all about that as well. So let's get it going. Let's get it started. We've got guests coming today. A lot of them, and we like that. And so let's get it cranked up. Here we go with the national anthem. And we're going to bring in today to get it started. There it is. Yeah. How about it? I would like to see. She's a finder. I'd like to hear Loretta Bauer sing it for us today. Where is she, Loretta? Nope. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to jump in and let Daniel McCauley sing it. He hasn't sung it for a while. Daniel McCauley, front and center. Dan the Man. National anthem on the Tom Dillon Sports Show.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
300. We're going to be at Port Travis Deli right up the street celebrating our show number 2300 tomorrow. Axel's going to come by. Got a lot of folks going to come by. Joseph Taylor's going to come by. Several people I want to say thanks publicly to for being on part of our show. So we clicked off another 100 shows. We're at number 2300 tomorrow. Today, obviously on the screen, $22.99. So we'll be there tomorrow at Port Travis Deli. If you get a chance, come by there tomorrow and say hello to us. We'd love for you to just come in and wave. Or whatever you want to do. You certainly get a lunch. Those great steamed sandwiches from Port Travis. And so tomorrow's 2300, and we're looking very much forward to being part of that. We love being here at $22.99 today. All right, Laura Mueller's 9th inning walk-off single, clinching it for Tennessee. Tennessee led 4-2, 2 outs on top of the 7th. Bruins junior Megan Grant cranked a 2-run shot. Appeared to tie the game at 4-4. However, replay footage showed that Grant failed to touch home plate during a team celebration on the end of her home run trot. Grant, a first-team All-American back in this year, I should say, in 2025, stepped on the base, was literally ruled safe after on-deck batter Alexis Ramirez pulled her back to home plate. Well, that started a lengthy replay review. After over 13 minutes, umpire Cameron Ellison announced Grant had missed the base, later assisted towards home plate by a teammate, but determined that the incident was not reviewable according to Appendix G of the section of the NCAA rulebook related to reviewable plays, upholding Grant's home run in a 4-4 tie. So, controversy for sure. They tie the game, but then Laura Mueller comes back and gets the biggie, a game-winning walk-off single for Tennessee to win at 5-4. Carolyn Pickens, allowing 4 runs, 7 strikeouts through 148 pitches over 9 innings on Sunday. I don't know how she does it. She has a rubber arm. She's going to be right back after today against Texas at noon. So this is the schedule. This is the scenario. Tennessee will play Texas at noon. If Tennessee wins that game, they'll turn right around and play at 2:30 for the outright championship of those two teams and the right to go to the World Series, which starts later this week. On the other side of the bracket, number 2 Oklahoma. By the way, Texas ranked number 6 in the country. Tennessee number 7. In the second set of games tonight, under the lights, number 2 Oklahoma, number 12 Texas Tech. Same scenario. First game, Oklahoma's not lost, so they're in the winner's bracket. Texas Tech coming out of the loser's bracket, and so you got to beat Oklahoma twice tonight if you're Texas Tech. You got to beat Texas twice today if you're Tennessee. Can it be done? Sure, it can be done. If they didn't think it could be done, they wouldn't be out there doing it. They just waved the white flags that were going on. Absolutely, they can do it. Will it be tough? Oh, yeah. Easy? Not a chance. It'll be tough. But can it be done? Absolutely, or we wouldn't be doing it. So that's what's going on at noon. The Lady Vols, number 7 in the country against number 6 Texas, coming up in about 45 minutes. And the guys play tonight. We'll get to them just in a second. We are live here again on the road at Chick-fil-A. So here's what's coming up. Chick-fil-A, we're very excited. Bingo coming up tomorrow night. They got bingo at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock. 2 games open to everybody. Becoming a big deal here on Tuesday nights. Bingo. Hello, Steve Shipley. How you doing, sir? Hello, Rick Connor. So if you like playing bingo, it'll be here tomorrow night at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock playing 2 games with prizes to win for those who do well. Then a week from today, oh yes, the peach milkshake is back. Woohoo! A week from today, summertime is here. When the peach milkshake comes in at Chick-fil-A, you know summertime's here. Temperatures are going to feel that way, by the way. It's going to be in the 80s starting today. Upper 80s throughout the week. Finally get rid of this rain and cooler temperatures going to get in. And what we're enjoying here, the pineapple dragon fruit, staying on for the whole summer because it's been so popular. It's probably been the best thing on board. The peach dragon fruits, all 4 of them, Sunjoy tea, the lemonade, and the frosted ones we've got, are staying on all summer. Then, next Tuesday night, we got a Sips and Dips from 5 till 7. We're going to sample the taste of summer. Got some activities going on next week. Be able to sample the peach milkshake, the peach frosted lemonade. Ooh, I like that. That sounds good. The peach frosted lemonade. Also, they're going to be showcasing the strips in the month of June. They'll try the strips, all the sauces, and you can vote for your favorite sauce. All that's coming up next Tuesday. There's a lot of things planned. It's called Sips and Dips next Tuesday here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Then later in the month, we'll tell you more about it, get a little closer. It's going to be Kids Night on the 23rd, all kinds of goodies for the kids. So lots going on at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton. You can come in and order. You can go through the 2-line drive-through and order. You can get on your phone and go to the App Store and get Chick-fil-A One and order it that way. Come right up here and pick it up, or they'll bring it out to you. With enough points that way, get free food once you accrue enough points. So that's pretty cool, too. That's all going on right here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth and Tommy and Mary's store. They do a great job. They, by the way, are hiring. They're in the hiring process. We'll take a quick break. We'll take a look at college baseball. The Volunteers walk-off, bases-loaded walk last night for Wake Forest to win it 7-6. So now the Volunteers got to come back and play today. As do some other teams, too. You got 9 teams that punched their ticket to the Super Regional coming up next. You got, 7 teams trying to figure out how they're going to do it. And so we'll figure out how they're going to do it. And we'll find out right after this break from our brand new sponsor, Weight Loss Success, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Our success is your success.
Hey, my name is Dante, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is the authentic taste of it. You can tell it's freshly breaded, seasoned perfectly, and it just has this unique taste that compares to no other. Once I bite into it,
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
And back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Take a look at college baseball. How did things go yesterday? We got teams punching their ticket. 8 teams are in. Moving on to the best of 3 starting Friday in the Super Regional in college baseball. The Louisville Cardinals, the Florida State Seminoles, Arizona, the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina, the Auburn Tigers, UCLA, Duke, and West Virginia. All moving on to the Super Regional, the best of 3, starting on Friday. And so teams to decide today, the obvious, Knoxville at 6 o'clock tonight. Number 14th ranked Tennessee and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons at 6 tonight to decide who will go on and play. That winner will play Arkansas. I left Arkansas off the list. Arkansas's in. They punched their ticket, too, to the big show, to the Super Regional. So Arkansas's in. Yep. So they'll play the winner of the Tennessee regional winner. That will be determined tonight by Southern Miss and Miami of Florida at 9 o'clock tonight. Southern Miss, number 16 in the country. Number 9, Florida State will take on the Corvallis regional winner. They will play tonight at 6 o'clock. 8th-ranked Oregon State and Southern Cal battle in that one. The Chapel Hill regional winner will take on Arizona. The Chapel Hill winner will be North Carolina. 5th-ranked Tar Heels playing Oklahoma at 3 o'clock this afternoon. That winner will move on and play Arizona. Hello, Becky Muncie. Hello to Dia Smith. Hello to Terry McJunkin. Thank you all for watching. Already set, number 13, Coastal Carolina. Number 4, Auburn on the weekend coming up. Texas San Antonio and 15th-ranked UCLA coming up. The Oxford regional winner will be played today at 6 o'clock. 10th-ranked Ole Miss and Murray State will play. The Racers will battle the Rebels. That winner will get Duke in the Super Regional. Then the Baton Rouge Regional will be decided today. LSU and Little Rock at 6. LSU number 6 in the country. And they will battle the Mountaineers of West Virginia in the Super Regional. So you've got to be determined today Miami and Southern Miss, Southern Cal, Oregon State, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Wake Forest, and LSU, and Little Rock and Murray State and Ole Miss. Tells you the parity of college baseball. Have these many games to be determined on the final day you can do it. So Virginia and Arkansas. So we're going to decide these other games to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 still to be decided. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6 more teams to be determined. That doesn't sound right. It's got to be 16 teams. You got to double check. My math's not good. Somewhere I've goofed up. But anyway, that's what's coming up today. I know that for sure. You've got some good ones. All right, quick break. We are here. We are live. So that's Tennessee will play Wake Forest at 6 o'clock tonight at Lindsey Nelson Stadium in Knoxville. We have Northeast Community Credit Union here. We've got Sycamore Shoals here. Leslie joins us coming up in Northeast Community Credit Union. We're all working our way through this Monday. Brand new month, June the 2nd. Happy birthday to the Beaver, Jerry Mathers. Leave it to Beaver, 78 today. Pretty cool. All right, quick break. Back after this from the Eagle Center on the Tom Douglas Sports Show.
Center, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Tammy Troutman. A lot of antique stores out there. Why come to the Eagle Center?
Oh my goodness, there are so many reasons to come and visit the Eagle Center. We have wonderful vendors, nearly 50 vendors who have the best merchandise. They hunt, they pick, they're always changing it out, keeping it clean and fresh and new and interesting, and we have wonderful vendors.
Yes, you do. And we're going into the spring. We're in spring and summer. Great time coming down to downtown Elizabeth and shop here because the inventory changes all the time.
Yes, it does, and we have air conditioning, so you can come in, cool off, look at things, browse. We have 2 levels of just about everything you could think of.
Gift certificates.
We have gift certificates available. We have layaway available.
Yep, you can do those. Get a gift certificate. They can come back and get what they want when they want, or do a layaway for down the road, even in the holidays. You can do that. It's all right here. The hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5 every single day except for Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And where do we find you on social media?
We're on Eagle Center Co-op on Facebook, and then Eagle Center Antiques on Instagram.
And the phone number we have to call to find out,
The phone
talk to
number
you?
is 542-6674.
There you go. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Dillon Sports Show and on Cyclone Sports, the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton.
And back with the Tom Baylor Sports Show. Liberty, it starts this weekend. For folks out there going, okay, we're tuning in for the first time. We got some of those. Thank you. We have no clue what Liberty is. Tell them what it's all about, man.
All right. Liberty's Tennessee's official outdoor drama. I've seen dramas all across the United States, and it's one of the best. So you'll get your money's worth, that's for sure. We cover 4 main events. We cover the Cherokee attack on Fort Watauga. We cover the settling of this area by the early settlers and them setting up their own government to govern themselves by. We cover the Transylvania Purchase, largest land deal ever done in the United States of America. And then we cover Kings Mountain.
The largest land purchase ever in the history of the country.
20 million acres.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Most of Kentucky and part of Tennessee. That's what it ended up being.
Who bought it and who sold it?
The Transylvania Company did it on the behalf of the settlers.
Mm-hmm.
The settlers purchased it from the Ben leasers.
All that's going to be part of this show. How many folks are in the cast this year?
We have about 120 some.
It's awesome production,
Yeah.
folks. It's right up the street. I go where the lights are red. Tickets are on sale. Starts it's every Friday and Saturday for the month of June, right?
Well, Friday and Saturday first week, Friday and Saturday second week, and third and fourth weeks are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. June 19th, that first Thursday we do it, being Veterans and First Responders Night. Be sure and come. They get in free with a guest. If you're a veteran or first responder, we'd love to have you that night. You can come other nights. Adult tickets are $16 other nights. Seniors, $12. Veterans, first responders, any other night but the 19th, $7. Students 6 to 17, $6, and children 5 and under free.
Here you go. Dates of Liberty 2025, the official outdoor drama of the great state of Tennessee. It's just that simple, and it will start again, as we said, 2025. It'll be this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Show starts at what time?
We start at 8 o'clock with the show, and that makes sure the sun's down behind the hills for you. You got a breeze coming off the river, so pretty comfortable. And we will be, it's 7:30ish. Sometimes you might have a sure.
The cool part about this is, at least I think it is for me, is where this play is taking place, this production is exactly where it really did happen, on the literal land where it happened.
Yes.
It's not like it's up on some mountainside. I mean, you're going to walk exactly where this happened back in the 1700s. So there you go. It's incredible. Got the fort. Well, what kind of seating? It's an amphitheater per se.
Amphitheater, really good seating now. It's a new and improved amphitheater.
For those who may need handicap wheelchair accessibility, that's there too.
Yes, it's all it's handicapped accessible all the way down to the amphitheater, and we do have a golf cart that'll be running from the bottom of our ramp over to the amphitheater, back and forth for those that need it. Yep.
It is the official, one more time, outdoor drama of the great state of Tennessee. From Memphis to Mountain City, there's only one official outdoor drama. It starts this weekend.
Liberty.
All 4 weekends in June, Liberty. Yep.
That's right.
All right, so what else got going on?
All right, we've got flint napping. It's a workshop, June 21st, Saturday, June 21st. The cost on that's $125, but you get all of the things that you need to flint nap as well as what you make. And that was not a freebie, I'm sorry. But we've got all kinds of Carter Mansion tours coming up in June, Sabine Hill tours starting next week, both of those. Tours of Fort Watauga. One of the workshops that our seasonal rangers, which we'll have for the next few months, will be doing will be how to start a fire. It's got flint, it's got a striker, it's got the stuff you need to start the fire.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. And you'll learn how to do it.
$19.95 for that. Cool.
Yep.
So Liberty Celebration, let's go back to that again. You've got
Sure.
cast members geographically, Carter County, Sullivan County, Washington County, got them all over the area coming in, right?
Right. We've got a couple from North Carolina and
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of things. So
It's a big deal, folks.
it is a big deal.
Yeah, we've been promoting it since we did auditions in January. They've been practicing up to, and now they're ready to go to bring on the show for you all. And why would you not go to it? You got 10 shows to choose from? Is that right?
Uh-huh.
3 threes, and
Right.
yeah, 10 different shows in the month of June. You can work it in to see 2025 Liberty Celebration.
Yes.
Yeah, you're in it.
I'm in it. I'm Elizabeth Carter, John Carter's wife. Randy's John Carter part of the time.
Mike Barnett's in it.
Mike's not.
He's not
Mike
this year?
stepped back this year, but Randy took his place for part of it. So,
Yeah.
yep.
So tease us. Who is John Carter and who's Elizabeth Carter?
Who in real life?
Yeah, who were they?
Okay, John was one of the first settlers, came down from Tidewater, Virginia area. He's the one that built Carter Mansion along with his son Landon Carter. Landon Carter is who Carter County was named after. Elizabeth Carter, John's wife, they had a daughter-in-law, Elizabeth McLean Carter. Lots of Elizabeths and Johns. But anyway, it's who Landon married, and that's who Elizabethton's named after. But John and Elizabeth Carter, the first ones, very pretty wealthy, and as Carter Mansion back then was a big deal. That was fancy for here, considering most people lived in one-room log cabins.
So it was a big deal.
Dirt floors.
So now
Yeah.
you can actually get a tour of the Carter Mansion.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
We've got Carter Mansion tours starting June the 8th, Wednesdays through Sundays, and it's 10, 1, and 2:30. Wednesdays through Sundays.
It's awesome.
So all kinds of them.
Yep.
Yep.
Anything else?
That's it.
That's the biggie.
I'm shorty today. I'm
Liberty
short.
Celebration. You got to come be part of this.
Yep.
Why would you not? You getting handicap accessible or what?
The kids are
6?
That's students 6 to 17, and then 5 and under are free.
Yep. This
Yep.
is outdoors, outdoor drama, amphitheater, right there by the fort, right where it all happened. That's what I think is really cool.
Yes.
On the very ground, all this actually took place. 20 million acres were sold.
Yes.
The largest land transaction in the history of the country.
We'll cover the Transylvania Purchase and the Watauga Purchase.
I
Yep.
love it. That is awesome. It's all right here, folks, right up the street. And while you're there, come in a little early and go into the Sycamore Shoals gift shop.
Museum, gift shop,
Yeah.
all of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got all kinds of things in the gift shop.
What kind of numbers we haven't made? You had them out yet?
I just did them. May 22,796. So that was cars.
Wow.
That was just cars.
22,796
796. So you have
cars.
at least one person in there.
Absolutely. And probably
and
more.
probably more. Yes.
22,796 cars, 1 month right up the street here at Sycamore Shoals. It's a big deal. It's a cool place. I thank you for coming, dear. You hungry?
Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
I'm always hungry.
Grab
for
you something and head back to
Chick-fil-A.
work.
All
And
right.
We'll see you next Monday.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, great
Bye.
job. Oh, yes.
See you at Liberty.
See you at Liberty. Good deal. All right, quick break for our brand new sponsor, Weight Loss Success, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Our success is your success.
Tom Taylor Sports Show. Got a brand new product. Tell me what's going on.
We sure do. We have contactless Visa debit cards, and some of you all have been asking and wanting to know when to get your free instant issue contactless debit cards at Northeast Community Credit Union, and that's just another form of payment. So you've got the magstrip, what you want to call it, if you want to pay that way for tapless, or you've got your chip. So we're just staying up to date with all the things, and we listened to you. So you wanted that, and that's what we can provide. And we've implemented it with hard work, behind the scenes, a lot of teamwork, effort, and come get your contactless Visa debit card today.
Available now.
Yes.
At all locations. Our locations are?
They are in Roan Mountain. They are in Elizabethton, one in behind Elizabethton High School, our main office, and then we have one off of 19E in Elizabethton. We have one in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue.
Social media, how do we find you?
You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, or BeMyCU.org.
And the magic main number is?
423-547-1200.
Brand new product from Northeast Community Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks to being with us. We are live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. So yesterday, in a sold-out Nashville Super Speedway, their Cracker Barrel 400 won by Ryan Blaney, his first win of the season, number 14 of his career. So here's what happens now. We've gotten things even tighter. It's only going to take 16 for the playoffs. So 9 spots is another. It's a different driver one, of course. So now you're down to 7 spots to get into the playoffs. So it's getting tighter every week. They're heading off to the Michigan International Speedway this weekend. So here's who's in for the playoffs. Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, and Josh Berry. Those are the guys that are definitely in. When you're in, they're in. So you have 16 spots and 9 with another winner, a different winner, this time Blaney yesterday. So you're down to 7 spots to get into the playoffs. Right now, here's who would be in. On points, Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, Chase Briscoe, Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher, and Kyle Busch. Busch is just snuck in under the wire. Of course, there's a lot of racing left, but we're past the halfway mark, heading off to Michigan this weekend. So you have 16 spots. As we said, every time when you win, you're in. So you've got 9 guys that have already clicked off wins, and so you're down to points. And every time a different winner, in this case yesterday, Blaney's first win of the season. As we said, every time there's a different winner, then what you run into is you take another one off the board. The Firekeepers Casino 400 coming up this weekend at Michigan on Sunday. They'll drop the green flag in Michigan at 2 o'clock, so there you go. So anyway, Ryan Blaney gets the W. Yeah, that is a good thing. And as we said, if you win, you're in. We are in Chick-fil-A at Elizabethton. Again, we have, bingo tomorrow night. At 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, got bingo. Then you've got, coming up a week from today, the Peach Milkshake is back. And the Dragon Fruit. Pineapple Dragon Fruit is staying for the summer. And the Peach Milkshake starts next Monday. So there you go. You also have next Tuesday the Sips and Dips from 5 till 7 next Tuesday. They're going to sample everything for the summer. It's sampling the taste of summer. Got some activities for the kids, all that next Tuesday night. The Peach Milkshake and the Peach Frosted Lemonade. I think I'm going to like that. The Pineapple Dragon Fruit Lemonade. Also, the Barbecue Smokehouse Bacon Sandwich is going off this Saturday. So it'll be done. So if you like that sandwich, you must come in and get it because it's going to be done on Saturday. So you have all week, and then, of course, you're closed on Sunday. So you're all week, today through Saturday, closed on Sunday. And so Saturday's the last day to get the Smokehouse Barbecue Chicken Sandwich, which is really, really good. It's been very popular. So the month of June, they're going to showcase strips. So they're going to have a sampling of the strips and all the different sauces next Tuesday here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. You get to choose the favorite sauce. Sounds like a lot of fun to me. Again, the Peach Milkshake comes back in a week from today. All right, we're live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. We'll take a break. We'll run down some high school sports in Virginia. They're still playing in Virginia. Another coaching change. We talked about Christian Taylor going to Sullivan East to coach baseball from University High. We talked about Scotty Whaley leaving Science Hill to go coach John Battle in Southwest Virginia. Got another coaching change, which will be very interesting, to say the least, when they play each other this year. We'll tell you all about that right after this from one of our great sponsors, our dear friends at Cannon's Furniture. Got that new chair. And then that new chair is very, very nice, too, I might add. Very nice, may I add. Brand new recliner, treated myself too, and it is really, really good. I got to give them props. They did wonderful. We appreciate them. Here he is, Daryl Cannon, why Cannon's Furniture, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, downtown Elizabeth, where they're located. Here's Mr. Cannon to tell you all about it. Sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Real simple. A lot of furniture stores out there. Why come shop at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings?
You see in our store, you can have it tomorrow. Don't wait 6 weeks. You can have it tomorrow. We're a firm believer in having stuff in stock. We have a 31,000 square foot warehouse, which is a huge warehouse. It's actually one of the largest warehouses of any furniture store in the Tri-Cities. And it's full of furniture. And we keep it that way because we want you to be able to come in, select it today, enjoy it tomorrow. It's not the same day. Sunday, sometimes we deliver the same day. So
it's just that simple, folks. So phone number to get a hold of you is
423-543-6937.
How do we find you on social media?
Just look under Facebook, look under Cannon Furniture. It will pop up everywhere. Also on Facebook, we're running specials all during the week. You'll see maybe some of them may be limited quantities, it's short period, but they're crazy prices. Like that chest you were talking about, $147 for a chest it's a crazy price, and it'll probably be gone within a few hours. But we're always running specials like that. Our website is cannonshomestore.com. We are improving it every day. We're going to make some major changes to our website. We're excited about that.
It's all right here, folks, in downtown Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, buy Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Great sponsor, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's take a look at the PGA. We were talking to Randy about it over there, who's sitting here having lunch with Leslie, his wife. Annual stop in Dublin, Ohio this weekend for the Memorial. Scotty Scheffler did it again. Wow. So, Scotty Scheffler repeated the Memorial to take home a cool 20% of a prize for a $4 million check. That'll buy you some Chick-fil-A. Wow. Second straight year he's done it. So we're talking Tiger Woods kind of numbers, really. The dominations guys. He just doesn't win, he just dominates. So they will head off to the RBC Canadian Open, some will, for the tune-up of the U.S. Open in a couple of weeks at Oakmont in Illinois. So Scotty Scheffler again repeats at the Memorial, winning $4 million yesterday or over the weekend, but finished up yesterday PGA Golf. All right, as we tell you, Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich, the original spicy and grilled, gone after Saturday. This Saturday, so if you want it, best be coming to get it because it's going to be gone, as we said, after Saturday at all Chick-fil-A locations. Of course, we're here in Elizabethton today. Hello, Junior Campbell. How you doing, sir? Krista Britt, how you doing, lady? So, a new coaching change. This will be interesting, to say the least. Cody Cannell, our buddy Cody, leaving Crockett to go coach his alma mater, Daniel Boone, which, as you well know, the big rival in Washington County. Big rival. Like, big rival. So, announcing that he is leaving. Chris Brown was the former coach of Daniel Boone, been there since 2014. Connell's a 2009 graduate of Daniel Boone, going back home, if you will. Cody won his 100th game to start the season at Crockett. He won 121 games as a head coach. Won back-to-back District 3 championships in his final 2 years, rather. Winning the first ever regional championship and going to the state tournament a couple of years back, actually last year. So he had 6 years at Crockett, moving across the county to Daniel Boone. Trailblazers have been to the state tournament once in 1999. So they're looking to get back into that scenario. Under Chris Brown, Boone went 141s, 181 defeats. So Trailblazers, again, making that move. And so they only won 6 games last season after having a big year. Cody Connell's the new coach at Daniel Boone, and no successor named to him yet at Crockett High School. So you know the rivalry, the Musket Bowl, Boone, Crockett. I mean, it's like Dobbins men at Science Hill, Elizabeth and Greenville, Boone and Crockett inside the county on anything they do is a big rival. And so Cody will be greeted, I'm sure, when he goes back into Jonesboro this year and coaches. I'm sure he'll be welcomed with both applause and boos from the fans, depending on what they think about the change. So, interesting. But you do what you got to do. So, there you go. All right, let's take a look at high school in Virginia. The Region 2D tournament tomorrow. Lebanon and Union and Gate City and John Battle play tomorrow. This is baseball. In the 2D. In the 1D tournament tomorrow, it'll be Chilhowie and Castlewood and Honaker and Eastside. Obviously, Southwest Virginia still playing. In softball tomorrow, in 1D, you have Twin Springs ladies against J.I. Burton, and Holston will battle Eastside. In soccer, let's see, make sure, did I leave off the 2D softball? No, I did not. Okay, there you go. All right, so soccer tomorrow, 2D soccer, Region 2D, Tazewell Union and John Battle and Gate City. That's in boys soccer. Girls soccer tomorrow, you have Y Central and John Battle and Gate City and Graham out of Bluefield, Virginia playing. So we'll let you know how that goes. On Wednesday, we'll be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Yeah, get a little tickle. Happens. That'll cure the tickle right there. That's that. It's good stuff. All right, so again, Cody Connell leaving Crockett, moving over to Daniel Boone, Cross County. Quick break. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball. And again, Tennessee ladies play at noon against Texas. They beat Texas into right around playing for that right championship at 2:30, double elimination tournament. Then you have Oklahoma and Texas Tech playing the same scenario tonight at 7. And if Oklahoma would happen to lose, Texas Tech would knock them off. They turn around and play it again for an outright championship. There again tonight for the right to play in the College World Series, the Women's College World Series, which starts on Wednesday. Then you have, on the guys, we told you, 6 games. We'll talk about that. We'll run down through. First time that's happened since 1999. So Vandy loses their own regional. That's when East Tennessee State was in. Excuse me. And got beat by the eventual champion, the Louisville Cardinals. So, hello, Donna Buchanan. Hello, Sharon Fleener. Thank you all for watching. We're here live again at Chick-fil-A and Elizabeth in Major League Baseball. We'll take a look there. What's going on with that right after this. Brand new sponsor, Weight Loss Success in Johnson City in the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Our success is your success.
I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best.
And we're back. Hello, Ann Howland, brand new name. Thank you, ma'am. We haven't heard from you for a while. We're here live at Chick-fil-A, show number 2299. Tomorrow is show number 2300.
Congratulations.
I don't know. We'll go for sure for 2400. That's another 100 shows. After that, don't know. May ride off in the sunset. Let somebody else do
Sky's
this.
the limit.
Sky's the limit. I'm having fun doing it. But
yeah,
there comes a point, I would think, we'd go, I'm going to just sit at the house and retire, but then I don't ever see myself retiring. So anyway, tomorrow's 2300. Will be at Port Travis Delta tomorrow. Weather is heating up finally. Going to get more, I don't know if it's summertime. Well, it's going to be in the upper 80s. It's going to be hot, isn't it? Warming up.
Definitely. The most popular question the last 2 or 3 weeks is, when is the rain going to stop?
Yep.
And finally it has. For the next several days will be dry, no rain chance, probably all the way through early Friday, maybe late Friday before things come back late Friday into Saturday. But until then, dry conditions, warm Tuesday and the next several days.
It's awesome.
Yes, sir.
We like it. So
We
80s.
do.
Now we had little britches winter. Is that what this was?
Yes. So we had so I did a little research on that, and there's another one that we didn't talk about.
Uh-oh.
And that's whippoorwill winter.
Whippoorwill.
So that apparently comes before little britches. So we had whippoorwill winter a week or two ago, and then this last few days we had little britches winter.
Yeah, which means you wore your long johns one more time before you put them away for the summer.
That's right.
Yeah, and so we just put them away probably yesterday.
Yep.
Because we're in the 70s today, going to be up in the 80s tomorrow, upper 80s too, not just 80s.
It's going to get hot this week.
Yep.
And I'm ready for it.
Absolutely, I am too. So. And everybody else is too. I mean, we love the rain and the look. In August, typically on those dog days, we're getting those dry weather. We're going to appreciate the rain now, I hope, when we don't have it in August. So we'll see. Because typically we go through the old dog days dry spell, don't we?
We generally do. Yep.
So there you go. So that's so your summertime forecast is going to be hotter on it this year, wet and cool. What do you think?
I actually think it's going to be wetter than normal, unfortunately. Every summer's hot here, but it's just one summer from another might be, anomalously hot and dry versus another one may just be typical summer heat and a lot more humidity, wet, unsettled conditions. I think that's probably more what you'll see this summer. So enjoy the next few days, dry weather, but unfortunately predominantly wet conditions I think is what is going to be the theme this summer. So
the peach milkshake's coming Monday.
This week, that's right.
Coming Monday. On after Saturday, and so closed on Sunday, so next Monday we open things back up. We're going to leave the dragon fruit all summer.
Yes, we are.
And we're going to add the peach milkshake on the menu. So it's summertime when the Chick-fil-A folks have the peach milkshake.
That's right.
The big old chunks of peach in the straw. Gets plugged up every time I get one.
Yeah.
Then I take the straw line and dribble the milkshake stuff down my shirt, and I don't care.
And you don't care.
No, could care less. So you got milkshake on your shirt. I sure do, because I enjoy my milkshake.
It's the most popular Chick-fil-A milkshake.
Is it really?
Yeah, it has to be. I get asked about it all year long. When's it coming back?
When's it coming back?
It'll be November. I'm like, you can be waiting a while.
But obviously the pineapple dragon fruit's been a real big success.
A very big success. I would argue it's been the most successful specialty drink I've seen here at Chick-fil-A in 8.5 years of being here.
That's what I thought too. Yep.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Lemonade, iced tea, Sunjoy, and then the regular drink would be the pineapple dragon fruit. So
yes, sir.
So that's going on. They're going to keep that on the menu all summer. But as we said, the chicken sandwich is leaving after Saturday. So just make you aware of that. Then we've got the next Tuesday, the Sips and Dips. And that's where you're going to sample all the things for the summertime. And they're going to take the chicken sandwich off the menu and promote the strips. So chicken strips here at Chick-fil-A. Tomorrow night's bingo. Are you the bingo guy?
Ollie.
Yeah.
So not sure yet.
B4. You be the bingo dude.
I could. We'll see.
Bingo. Could be your nickname. Bingo Sacker. That's your nickname. I love it. But it is a lot of fun, and it's very competitive. It's a little
yeah,
bingo
people
here
love
tomorrow
it.
night. 2 games at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock with prizes for the winners. So
We had a fine lady walking here I guess it was a couple times ago that we did bingo, and she got here super early. Want to make sure she got a seat. We said, we love that. We'll get you seated, and you can just sit tight and read your book and wait on bingo to start.
And she did.
And she did.
Did she win?
I don't know. I was outside, so hopefully she did.
Yeah. Yeah, they come early, get set up and ready to go.
That's
They
right.
Get them a spot.
They're ready for it.
Spot at the table.
That's right.
Bingo. B-I-N-G-O. Oh, Bingo was his name. Oh,
There was a farmer had a dog.
If Bingo was his name.
B-I-N-G-O. B-I-N-G-O.
So bingo here tomorrow night.
Yep.
5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, which is free, open to anybody and everybody.
Indeed it is.
And a lot of folks show up for
A
it.
lot of folks show up.
Yep.
That's right.
All right, get back to work.
Come be a part of it.
Upper 80s, mid to upper 80s all week. Next chance of rain on Friday. Get a chance to dry out, mow the yard, do some yard work, get your car washed, do whatever you need to do outside.
That's right.
You got plenty of sunshine.
That's right.
And warm weather. I like when you come give those kind of forecasts. When he sits down in February and says, well, we got a winter storm warning coming. Winter storm warning. No. We want to push the warm, hot weather. And he just did it. That's good.
That's right.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball coming up next. We're here live at Chick-fil-A on show number 2299 of the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Right back after this from Chick-fil-A.
I walked into Chick-fil-A completely outnumbered. My husband was away at military leadership training, and the kids were doing this. Miss Carol brought me water, something to eat, and then before I knew it, she was tying Margot's shoes up and carrying her out to the car.
It always makes me feel good if I help somebody.
I went in the next day because I just wanted to make sure she knew how much I appreciated her help.
I'm just so glad there was somebody there when she really needed it.
That's gonna go on my refrigerator.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
And back with the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here at Chick-fil-A. Good crowd here for lunchtime. All right, where they playing today? It's a limited schedule, Major League Baseball. Colorado will be in Miami. The Colorado Rockies, Randy and I were just talking about how bad they are. They're 9-50. This is a Major League team. 9-50. And of course, Randy's point was well taken. Randy is Leslie's better half. But the point's well taken. How do you let a Major League team get that bad? They're 9-50. They're 6-22 at home. This team has won on the road 31 times and won 3 games. They are 3-28. Hello, Randy. Take care, buddy. 3-28 on the road, the Rockies. Anyway, they're going to be in Miami. Angels in Fenway today. Milwaukee and Cincinnati. We'll go through the standings in a second. Detroit will be in Chicago to battle the White Sox. Big matchup in the West. San Diego and San Francisco both chasing. The Los Angeles Dodgers will go head-to-head starting tonight in San Fran. And Minnesota will be against the Athletics, and the Mets will be in L.A. to battle the Dodgers. They follow the Yankees into Dodger Stadium tonight. Who's the best team in baseball right now? Would it be, I would assume, yep, it is, the Detroit Tigers. In the East, the Yankees lead the Blue Jays by 5.5. Blue Jays have won 5 in a row, 6 out of 10. They're chasing now the Yankees in the East. In the Central, Detroit 6 games better than Cleveland. Detroit was the best team in baseball. Detroit at 39-21. And as bad as Colorado is on the road or at home, either one, the Detroit Tigers are 21-8 at home. And that is not the best record in baseball. The Mets are 24-7 at home. So the Mets have the best home record in baseball. But the Tigers lead the Central over Cleveland by 6. In the West, good matchup. The Mariners on a half-game lead over the Astros. Who's hot in the American League starting this week? Blue Jays have won 3 in a row. The Orioles have won 3 in a row. They're trying to make some noise. Red Sox are dropping like a rock. They've lost 6 out of 10. They're now only 3 under 500, but still not playing real good baseball, obviously, in Boston for Joey Cora. On the losing side of things, the White Sox have lost 3 in a row, and the Athletics have lost 6 in a row in the American League. In the National League, the Mets have leapfrogged over, and they've taken over, retaken the lead, if you will, in the National League East. 1 game better than the Phillies. Phillies have lost 4 in a row, but they're 5-5 over the last 10. The Mets have won 3 straight and 8 out of 10, so they've kind of righted themselves after going through a slump mid-May. So the Mets back by 1 game lead. The Braves now have dropped. The Nationals have jumped over the Braves. Braves are 9.5 back, 4 under 500. Off today, opening up a series tomorrow at home against Arizona. So the Braves have dropped to 4th place in the division. Something ain't right in Atlanta. No kidding, Tom. It's more than pitching and hitting. I don't know what it is. But they just can't get it going. I'm not sure. Are you speculating? No, I'm just saying you look at it, they're a better team than they're showing, obviously. What's the problem? Sometimes it's pitching, sometimes leaving men on base, sometimes not getting any hits at all. So it's a combination thereof. But the Braves are, I don't need to tell you that, but they're not playing Braves baseball, nor are they looking for that spark. They just don't. They win a game and lose a game. In fact, they've lost 7 out of 10. In the Central, the Cubs lead the Cardinals by 4. In the West, the Dodgers lead the Padres by 2 and the Giants by 3. Who's hot in the National League? Mets, as we said, have won 3 in a row. The Brewers have won 7 straight. Milwaukee nipping the heels of the Cardinals in the Central. And the team, to no surprise, have lost 8 in a row. They are the worst team in baseball, 9-50. Good night. Getting the Braves off today, opening up a series tomorrow against Arizona in Atlanta. And the Reds, our other regional team, as we said, playing Milwaukee today. So those 2 teams are chasing the chasing the Cubs. So it's the Cubs, the Cardinals, Milwaukee, and Cincinnati. And there's only 1 game apart between the Reds and the Brewers. So Cincinnati gets hot, they can leapfrog over the Brewers. But we'll see. That's what's going on in Major League Baseball. We're here live again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. Coming up, we got Pastor Fowler due to join us. Get his take on Lady Ball softball. It started up 3 minutes ago. And the Tennessee men's team plays at 6 o'clock tonight. We'll run down through all those again for you right after this from Lingerfield Drug Center on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. These are really cool things called the pill packs. These are a really practical thing. He's been selling a whiz out of them. Watches with the pill packs from Lingerfield Drug Center, a great sponsor on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Sports on Tom Taylor Sports Show. Pill packs. Tell me about pill packs.
Yeah, so these are good for people take 3 or 4 medicines, just kind of get confused by what they got or may forget to take doses or things like that. Other people that likes them is people caring for parents or grandparents. Makes it real easy rather than having to keep up with 10 or 12 bottles and remembering once a day, twice a day. You just come pick up these packs once a month and takes care of everything.
Show this one right here. There it is. Pill packs. Even they're color-coded, so blue stands for nighttime, right?
Yep, that does.
So you'll do this for anybody.
2 or 3 times a day, up to 4 times a day. For people, takes 4-time-a-day medicines. But they're real easy to punch out, so you can just punch them out. That's your dose for the day or the time. And on the front of it's got a information page. It's got pictures of each medicine, tells what it is, and which doctor you got. So that's something when you go to doctors or a hospital or something like that, you don't have to try and remember what all you take or wait till they can get a hold of your pharmacy. you can just rip that page off and it's got all your medicines on there. So it keeps it real simple.
And if you're traveling and you don't want to take that whole thing, you just tear out the 3 or 4 days you're traveling, or the week at the beach or whatever, and they stay intact, and so you don't take the whole 30-day supply to take as you need, and they tear off.
Yeah, sure can. And something else kind of similar to that, what we've heard from a few people, taking a lunchtime medicine, especially if you're still working stuff, because you don't want to carry 3 or 4 pill bottles to work, or if you put them in a Ziploc bag or something, they'll get crushed or lost. But you can leave your morning, night at home, just rip off a single noon dose and take that with you, because those little pockets, they're strong enough, if you throw it in your pocket, your pills aren't going to get crushed or anything like that. So
Pill packs. Good. Another great customer service here at Lingerfield Drug Center. Hours are open?
Here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12.
Social media, where do we find you?
On Facebook as Lingerfeld Drug Center.
And the magic phone number is?
It's 423-542-2138.
What a neat concept. Pill packs from Lingerfield Drug Center. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and where the Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich goes through Saturday and is be gone again starting next Monday. The world-famous peach milkshakes will be on the menu starting a week from today at all Chick-fil-A's. We'll be at Food City on Friday. So as you heard Jesse's forecast, plenty of sunshine through Friday, so you get a chance to get out to mow the yard, get things taken care of outside, mowing, landscaping, flower planting, whatever you got to do to enjoy this great weather, because it's going to get warm real quick. We like it. And it's going to be warm and hot. And no rain. So Tennessee and Texas started up at 12 o'clock Eastern times. They're underway now. We'll keep tabs on it at 12:08. Number 6, Texas. Number 7, Tennessee. The Lady Vols win that first game, which we hope they do, obviously. We'll turn around and play the outright championship game at 2:30. Then also tonight, same scenario. Number 2, Oklahoma takes on the Lady Red Raiders of Texas Tech, number 12 in the country. They'll play at 7, and then if need be, they'll turn around and play the outright game if Oklahoma gets beat. And so winners move on to the Women's College World Series later this week, right there in Oklahoma City. Now for the guys, 9 teams are in out of 14. You have, no, it's 16. I knew I was wrong. I kept adding this up. See, I left the Tennessee, Arkansas, UT, Wake Forest winner. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that makes perfect sense. I kept thinking, I'm going to have a 14-team tournament. But my printer left off Tennessee and Arkansas. So anyway, here we go. 9 winners already going on to the Super Regional. Starts on Friday in college baseball. Louisville, Florida State, Arizona, Coastal Carolina, Auburn, UCLA, Duke, West Virginia, and Arkansas are in. There's your 9. So you've got teams being played today. You have, in no particular order, Louisville will play the Hattiesburg Regional, which goes today at 9 o'clock tonight against Miami and Southern Miss in Hattiesburg, obviously. Corvallis in Oregon, Southern Cal, and Oregon State 8th in the country, will play at 6 o'clock tonight. To determine the Chapel Hill Regional between North Carolina, number 5th seed, at Tar Heels, and Oklahoma, they'll play that at 3 o'clock this afternoon. The Oxford Regional, Murray State, the Racers, and Ole Miss, 10th in the country, play at 6 o'clock tonight in Oxford, Mississippi. The LSU Little Rock game to determine the Baton Rouge regional winner LSU, number 6 in the country. They'll play that at 6 o'clock tonight between LSU and Little Rock. And the one, of course, we're interested in, the 6 o'clock first pitch, Tennessee, number 14 against Wake Forest in Lindsey Nelson Stadium in Knoxville for the right to move on to the Super Regional. So there you go. You got 9 teams in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So that's what you've got going on, ready to go for. Hello, Jeremy McNear. Hello to William Gosdeck. That's a new name. Angie Wilhoit. Wilhoit Manor. She's probably out mowing right now. Rolling, trying to mow that 40-acre spread. Hello to Tyler Street, Mitch Watford, W-A-T. Roland Cook, hello to you. Alan Phillips, Tony Williams, Kevin Payne, Carl Wilson, Ricky Duvall, Ann Howland, Donna Buchanan, Sharon Fleener, Junior Campbell, Krista Britt, Reba Whitehead, some of the folks, Becky Muncie, watching. Hello, Debbie Franklin, and her trusty sidekick, Bryson, heading out after having lunch here. By the way, I went and watched a really good movie over the weekend. I'm a big Tom Cruise fan, or at least I'm a Mission Impossible fan. And went and saw Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. It is a 10. Woo-hoo. What a movie. What a movie. So it was well worth the wait. It took them a year or so to produce it, get final production. And for my money, it was excellent. And she liked it too. We're going back and watch it again. So in the movie house. Tickets weren't all that bad. I was surprised. Of course, we went with 20% off the ticket price, so it was, to me, very affordable. I got a box of those candies. What was I got? Nestle's Crunchers or something for $6. I thought, note to self: next time we go into that to watch them, we'll take our own, put them in our pocket, and carry them in. So, man, I don't know if that's illegal or not, but that would be what I'm going to have to do, because $6 for a little box of candy. But the movie itself was excellent. Really, really good. Tom Cruise. Haley Atwell, to me, makes the movie his sidekick Grace. So, anyway, and the last scene, I'm going to give you the premise of the movie, but the last scene involved a couple of biplanes, the Red Baron type looking planes, for lack of a better term. Well, as Tom Cruise said, he was out on the wing. I mean, wasn't stunt guys, it was him. And a couple of times he nearly passed out because they're up in the air and it's just the way the movie unfolded and the dogfight up there between those two planes is really, it's really good. You know, the previous movie jumped off that cliff on a motorcycle. Well, this one there were several things he did was pretty impressive, but that to me was probably the most impressive, was out on that wing, you know. And look, they had it set up. If something went wrong, I guess they had a safety net somewhere. I don't know how you do that. You're out on the wing of a plane, and the guy's battling Gabriel. I mean, he had the plane going straight up, and he's out there hanging with two hands on a wing of a plane. I guess it was set up where he couldn't get hurt. I don't know, but it didn't look like it. But I'm sure there was some kind of a off-screen, off-camera safety feature of sorts. But I didn't see it. All the more impressive to me what he did. So, anyway, it's a great movie. A good chance to see it. I get nothing for promoting it. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, a really good flick, I thought. So, and I don't really, number one, I don't go to movies much, and number two, I don't endorse a lot of movies. I will say this: we sat and watched those mindless previews. It was an 11:50 movie. Mission Impossible didn't even start at 12:20. So I'm thinking, all right, I sat there and went through all those endless commercials, and I'm telling her, I'm saying it, nobody remember. I mean, there were so many commercials coming at you, they just became a blur. I couldn't sit there and tell you one commercial. And then you get into the movie previews, and I got to tell you, there's not one movie preview I saw before Mission Impossible to go, man, I gotta go back and watch that movie. Not one. There's one called The Phoenician Scheme. You may be a big fan of it, I don't know. Thought that was the dumbest preview. I mean, I kept thinking, it makes no sense. I mean, it's just really dumb. Previews of the new movies coming out this summer, not one did I say I got to go see. There's a one Brad Pitt movie. It's in an F1, it's about F1 race cars. It's okay. That may be, for me, maybe. That'd have to be a push. But The Phoenician Scheme, or whatever that was, the dumbest preview I've seen. in a long time. So they won't have my money for that one. Hello, Eric Flynn. How you doing? Hello, Rev Ron McDonald. It's a new name. Thank you. Debbie Franklin is not a new name. Hello, lady. Hello to Sandra Perkins. That is not a new name. Thank you all for watching the show. We're live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this Monday. We'll take a break. We'll be right back, and we will carry on. You know, your car insurance. Good time of year to sit down and go, you know, am I getting all the bang for my buck? I don't know. Don't know if I am or not. Well, you probably need to let him talk to you about it. Our buddy Rick Walters from Horseman Insurance, because it's that time of year. Auto insurance, here he is. He'll tell you all about it. Make sure you got the most coverage, most bang for your buck on your automobile. Wrecks out there all the time. We saw they had a big pile up in Gatlinburg yesterday. In Gatlinburg? I can't remember the last time I heard about a big car pile up in Gatlinburg, but they had one. We've had wrecks on the interstates. We have wrecks everywhere. A lot of more traffic in here now. And so is your vehicle and you properly insured? Or are you and your vehicle properly insured? Probably be better English. Good way to check it out. Here's a man to help you do it. The #1 Horseman agent in America. Rick Walters from right here in Northeast Tennessee on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Auto insurance. Gotta have it. Gotta have enough proper coverage. Give us 2 or 3 things that we've got to have on our car insurance policy to make sure that we're going down the road safe and sound for us and our family members.
Well, one of the main things that you have car insurance damage. That means that you're going to have to pay money out of your pocket to take care of these people and make them whole again. With the insurance, you want to make sure that you've got enough to cover those things. A lot of times the state minimum is only $25,000, Tom. And if you were to get into an accident, these cars out here, it doesn't take very much to do $25,000 worth of damage. And on top of that, the bodily injury might only be $25,000. And what that means is if that person gets hurt and they have to go to the emergency room, or that helicopter has to pick them up and fly them to the emergency, all of that's going to be your fault, and you're going to have to pay for that. And $25,000 probably wouldn't even get that helicopter off the ground, and so to come get you. So having adequate insurance coverage is a necessity, and we look at your, we don't just look at your cars and that sort of thing. We look at your whole lifestyle. Before I can make an informed decision on your vehicle, I need to know, how much assets you have. What are you trying to protect? Because you're riding around with everything you own in the back of that car. If you get into an accident, somebody can go to that trunk and take all that stuff out. Your house, your cars, your bank accounts, your savings, your retirement savings. They can get to all that. And so we try to help you prevent that by making sure you have adequate liability insurance on your cars.
Phone call away. How do we find you, sir?
423-543-0059, option 4 will ring right to my desk, and we'll be happy to help you.
Social media?
www.horaceman.com is our website. From there, you can get an auto quote, you can get homeowners, life insurance information, information on investments, 403B annuities, IRAs, Roth IRAs. We want to help you with all your insurance needs and your investment needs also.
The #1 Horseman agent in the country, Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance, proud sponsor of the Tom Daly Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance. We're talking to our great sponsor of Cyclone Sports and Tom Daly Sports Show, Dr. Smith, and the folks at Physical Therapy Services. For those out there who have no clue, tell us what it's all about.
Physical Therapy Services is a local mom and pop run physical therapy and occupational therapy clinic. We have clinic locations. We have 3 locations, 2 in Elizabethton, 1 in Roan Mountain. Our main office, where I'm located at 1975 West Elk Avenue, we focus on adults and athletic injuries. We have a pediatric clinic at 1500 West Elk Avenue that does both physical therapy and occupational therapy for the little kiddos out there. And then we have a clinic in Roan Mountain as well to take care of our wonderful Carter Countyans in the Roan Mountain community, and all focused on orthopedics and sports-related injuries, along with just general concerns with patients and people that want to be able to get out and move better. The human body is made to move, and that's what we try to do, is keep people moving.
Keep people moving. Hours are open.
7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Social media, how do we find out more about you?
Physical Therapy Services on Facebook. Look us up. You can also find us online at ptstn.net. and or you can just call the office 423-543-0073, and we will put you in touch with the right people to get you the correct care that you need, whether it's through us or through one of our other affiliates that we work with.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, love promoting them. Again, the great folks at Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I'm on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, we are excited because tomorrow, show number 2300. Yep, $22.99 today. See on the screen tomorrow. 2300 show. 2300. Christy Bunn, Marvin Arnold, Johnny Albury. Hope I'm saying it right. So you're in for a treat because she's here. Our brand new sponsor's in the house. Marie's going to join us coming here in a second. Weight loss. She'll tell you. Class reunions, going to be in a wedding, going to a wedding, going on a cruise, for whatever reason you want to lose weight. You got to lose weight because you need to lose weight. Maybe the doctor said, you got to shuck a few pounds. Okay. There'll be other reasons I'm sure she'll tell because that's one's off the top of my head. But she's here and she's going to join us, talk about that here in a second. Brand new sponsor, Weight Loss Success. So that will be neat. And so she'll be with us here momentarily. Again, we're here at Chick-fil-A. We want to remind you tomorrow night is bingo. Apparently it's a big deal. So I'd like to do it one time. B14, G7. That'd be good. Jesse is the bingo dude. B-I-N-G-O. That's bingo dude right there. That's our guy. B18. So that'd be kind of cool. I'll tell you a story. I need to write a book. Back when I was in radio in Florida, went to a bingo place to live broadcast. I saw two women getting in a fight. And they both, for whatever reason, ran to the front of, there's probably 100 people in this room. They ran, those bingo chips flying. I went, so by the time they get up to the front where the guy's calling out the numbers, all the bingo, you don't know who won because they carried the cards up, running up through there, and all the chips flew off. And so nobody really knew who won. So they had two really hot women, to say the least. They were both trying to win the Cabbage Patch for their grandkids. And so I think this guy ended up giving out 2 Cabbage Patch dolls. But the point of all this is bingo can get rather heated. So 2 women pointing fingers and saying not very nice things to each other over Cabbage Patch dolls at a bingo match or bingo game years and years ago in Florida. So I don't think we'll have that problem here tomorrow night. So 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock bingo. Are you a bingo girl? Have you ever done bingo? Oh, you ever got in a fight with a lady ever? No, I wouldn't think so. Marie's a pretty laid-back lady. I can't see her getting too jacked up over bingo. She's going to join us coming up next. Hello, Ella Rambo. Hope you've moved back from Southport, North Carolina. I think she's supposed to move back here. And so did Kent Farr. We met Kent Farr last week. He watches the show every day from Fresno, California. He's from Elizabeth and moving back. Ran into him down at Big Dan's Barbecue. So that's pretty cool. So he's coming back. We're going to take a quick break. She is here. We want you to see this commercial because she can help you lose weight and do it for over 20 years. Marie May next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Antique mall with over 50,000 square feet of merchandise. We have about 52, 53, give or take, vendors with different items. We have a great selection of everything from antique, which is over 100 years, to vintage, which is 25 years, and then we do have a little bit of new things. We concentrate on the vintage and antique items. So you can find just about anything for yourself, for your home, and gifts. We have a lot of people that take gifts for their grandparents. They remembered they had them, and with their family.
Hours are open.
We're open Monday through Friday, 11 to 5:30. Saturdays, 10 to 6, open late for the car shows and anytime they have special events in town.
Need Place, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone football, Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton, proud sponsor of Elizabethton Cyclone football. We're back on the Tom Dillon Sports Show. One of the cool things about doing the show, get to meet new people and cool people. She's a very cool lady.
Thanks.
Well, you're welcome. And I enjoy working with you already. And so we got that new commercial out. Yep. She's a new sponsor, and we're excited about it. Weight Loss Success. So it is a place that gets it done, as they say. Your success is their success. So for folks out there who have no clue what we're talking about, and that may be the case because we just started running the commercial today, it's in North Johnson City.
It's very difficult. It's
Yep.
very frustrating. It's not easy. Our bodies are so complicated.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need a little help, come and see me. I understand. We can help you to lose weight.
Absolutely. You make a great point. Okay, I'm 6'5". This lady over there, I don't know what she is, walking by, she's 5'6", 5'7". So I don't know what your height is, but the point is, all of our bodies are different. So what I need to get the weight off of me at 6'5" would be different than what you would need, or that lady over there would need, or whomever. So each person comes in and has basically an individual game plan, to use a sports analogy, for each person, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everybody's different.
Sure. So
Everybody's different.
hello, Joseph Swartz. It's a new name. Craig Landry, thank you. That's a new name. Brenda Grindstaff is not a new name. You know what Conway Twitty says? I do this every time, Brenda. Hello, darling. There you go. And she's giggling wherever she's at. Love that lady. So we are here to talk about weight loss success. So yeah. So step me through. We can either walk in or make an appointment.
Yep. You can give us a call. Just walk on in. If you have any questions about anything, give us a call. It's free for consultation.
Yep. So tell me about that, giving out names. Tell me some folks you're working with that have been success stories.
I want to say he was about 300 plus pounds. And he has gradually lost every week that we've seen him. I think he has lost almost, I want to say 75 pounds.
That's awesome. And here's the thing too. I've met this lady. I know her well enough in 2 or 3 visits. She don't care whether you weigh 50 pounds or 480 pounds.
No.
It doesn't bother her. I can tell you right. Am I right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So she said, come in here if you want to lose weight. We'll lose weight, and there's several programs to choose from. So you made another good point. Guys come in, ladies come in, young people come in. You got to be at least 18. Older people come in. So before I had you on over here, I threw out some reasons why. You're going to go into a wedding, they may be getting married, going on a cruise.
Absolutely. We have a lot of ladies that come in that have already purchased a dress for themselves. Try it on. It doesn't fit quite right. It's a little tight.
A little snug.
A little tight. Want to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds? We can do that too.
And then I thought it was really cool because I had a couple people tell me after you said it, when I told them what you said that the first time you were here, and they saw it too on the show, but you said, what was it called? Revenge?
Revenge body.
A revenge body. That's
Yes.
interesting. Tell them about that.
Yes. Well, if you've ever been in a relationship that, gone a little sour, kind of went your separate ways, had some bad things occur in the relationship, and you just want to look your best, feel your best, and then just show that other person, hey, look what you don't have anymore.
Look what you're missing. And that really is the reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Really is.
Revenge body.
We're talking to Maria again. They're located in North Johnson City, right up the top of the parking lot. O'Charlie's. I used to go there all the time. O'Charlie's. So it's right across the street. It's right beside Greg's Pizza and Cafe 111. Cafe 111, give them a free plug. And right there near the bowling alley. It's right there in that little location, North Johnson City. No appointment necessary. Walk-ins are welcome. So step me through. I walk in and go, okay, hello, Maria. You meet me at the front desk and go, I want to lose some weight. What do we do then? What's the next step?
So you came to the right place.
Yes.
Came to the right place.
Exactly.
You come on in, and if you have time to sit down and talk to us, you can. If you just have questions. But if you're interested in getting started with us, we'll have you come in and fill out a little bit of paperwork, some health history, so we know your background and what we're looking at, some information for us. And then we'll take you back free for consultation. We'll sit down and talk to you, see what would be best for you. And if you decide that you're not interested in anything that day, you can just leave out the door with no charge.
Yep.
If you want to get started on medicine or a product or anything that day, we can get you started that day. Or if you want to leave, think about it and come back. That's an option too.
So I want folks to understand you have a physician's assistant there at all times.
Yes.
Every time you come into the facility, you're going to be seen by a doctor.
Yep. We're medically overseen.
Yep.
So some of our medicines require a prescription, so we do that in-house. And we've got Miss Julie, who is a fantastic PA. She's a very smart lady. So medically, we can see, what might work better for your body.
So you offer several programs to choose from. Basically, what you want to do, what you think the body can do. So again, different strokes, different folks. You use vitamin B12. You have a mega burn. You have that word I can't pronounce, pulmonate.
Phentermine.
Yeah.
Or chromium picolinate.
There you
That's
go.
it. Yep.
I know it was close.
Yep.
Chromium picolinate.
Yes, it's a big one.
Yeah. So there's several options, but again, it comes down to what you want, what she thinks the physician is best for each person. And go from there, right?
Yeah.
So when people sign up for these programs, is it a 2-week program, 2-month program, 2-year program? Is it based on me, based on you? Well, who determines the time frame?
Based on you.
Okay.
Because depending on how much you have to lose, if it's a little bit or if it's a lot. And either one's just fine, doesn't matter. And then we go from there. We have some people we see every week for about 6 months. We have some people we see every month for about 3 months. We have some people that come back every 6 months, about this time of year, and get ready for bathing suit season. So it all differs. It just varies.
You've been there 20 years. The store's been there 20. You've been there 3. So she's the general manager, by the way. So what is the most poundage somebody's come in and lost? You said a guy's losing upwards of 40. What's the most somebody's lost since you've been there?
I want to say over 100 pounds.
Okay.
Over 100.
Then on the flip side, what's the least somebody's lost? I mean, will somebody come and say, I just want to lose 5 pounds?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
5, 10 pounds.
5 or 10 pounds, whatever. So 282-9990 is the number to call. And so, again, appointments or walk-in, either way. And they can start you that day. They can start you whenever you want to get started. So it's pretty simple. I think after I went in and got the tour and met you, and I thought, this ain't rocket science. You come in and say, I want to lose weight. Here's my goal. I want to lose 15, 20 pounds. I want to lose it by, pick something. Let's say the first Tennessee football game. I'm going to some kind of shindig. I want to look good. That gives me a couple of months, a little bit longer, probably 90 days, I guess, to lose weight. Here's how much you want to lose. And then you go from there and say, okay, we're going to plug you into this program, that program, right? We want to see you once a week, once every 2 weeks, whatever the case may be.
Whatever your schedule allows.
Yeah. It's pretty simple, pretty flexible, pretty fluid, really. I mean, so I thought it was really neat. And so they're located in North Johnson City. I know when I first met you, you told me that you have helped people in 6 different states come in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We have folks that come in from Kentucky, West Virginia, North.
Absolutely.
They're the best.
Yeah. So what's the coolest part? I know you got to get back to work, and I appreciate you coming over here. What's the coolest part of the job for you?
Oh, it feels so good when somebody comes in and they've reached their weight loss goal and they get on that scale and the light in their face and the excitement. It's not rare that if you come in to our business and you hear a woohoo, you're like, somebody got their
That's
goal.
awesome.
And it just makes you feel good to help other people feel good.
It's a game changer. It really is a life changer, because when they walk in, it's almost like the butterfly in the cocoon. Here's what we look like. Here's what going in, the before and after, I guess. Here's what we look like going out. And you've helped them, and they feel good about themselves. The old self-esteem. I would think it'd be really cool.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
yeah, I'm glad you came.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Oh yes, 282-9999. In case you didn't see the commercial, I want to run it again because we can. It's my show, so we appreciate her very much. She's the manager, Marie May, from Weight Loss Success in North Johnson City. Get you some lunch.
Okay.
We'll talk soon.
All right.
Here we go. Here's the commercial on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Coming up next, he's in the house. My buddy, the pride of Campbell County, Tennessee. We'll be right back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Our success is your success.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue. And that is always the buzz. And if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
On to Travis Constable.
Roofing, underpinning, under mobile homes, a little bit of remodel work, but with the decks and roofing, we just try to stick on that end of things.
Absolutely. And so they've been at it for how many years now?
We've been at it for a little over 3 years now.
3 years. TNS Home Improvements. They go all over the Tri-Cities. You take quotes. You're licensed and bonded, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So I make the phone call. Let's step me through real quick. I make the phone call, get a hold of you, say we're going to come out and see what you've got going on and tell me what do you do, take it from there. What happens next?
I'll schedule a day and time to come out and speak with you and give you an estimate, and you just have to say yay or nay, and then we put you on the schedule.
Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook.
Yep. And the phone number is?
423-946-8432.
They've been at it, folks. Again, started with a drill and a Chevy, what was it, Chevy Blazer?
Chevy Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. Yep. And now they're up to 5 full-time employees and four part-time employees. They're going great guns. They want to help you. Let them come give you a quote on what you need. TNS Home Improvements, sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports.
I think so.
We're back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Old Deputy Willie and Sheriff Kevin and Black Bart.
Black Bart got go on last night.
He got one, yep. He's the bad guy at Vacation Bible School. Here's what we're talking about. Pioneering God's Truth. And so you got Sheriff Kevin and Deputy Willie trying to track down the bad guy, Black Bart. What's funny is every time the kids, it's really cute, they can spot him and go, there's Black Bart, there he is, there he is, there he is. And so they're keeping extra eyes out for
They're looking for him everywhere, whether it's snack time or game time or if he sneaks on the stage in the back out the windows, they looking for him.
Oh, they're looking for him, yeah. Black Bart. So night number 1 was last night. Again, if you're looking for night number 2, you're certainly available and welcome to come to Pleasant Beach. Tell them what's going on, sir, would you please?
We're having Vacation Bible School this week, and we're excited about what the Lord's doing. Had a great crowd last night. We begin with age 4 and go all the way through high school. So we the younger children through the 6th grade. That's the theme of the Pioneering God's Truth, and we've got a whole Western set up. And you was talking about the skit, and there's game time, and then a Bible message, and then they divide up and go either to snack time or class time, and then they also have an outside game time, and then rotate through that. So every kid gets to do that each night, and so we're looking forward to another great night. And the theme in the classrooms has been on the life of Christ, and so they'll hear a different aspect about that each night, and so you can't miss it.
I don't know if you can see that. That's the set that's inside the church. Very nicely done. We had a lot of people involved in that. I saw you out there today spray painting, and so your hands-on. Last time you and I did something together, so I just decided I'm not going to come anymore because last time I was there, I got chewed out. So how about reprimanded? And he and I, we were told, can you go do something else? I thought, we're here for the help.
Our flag or whatever was put up didn't stay up, Tom, let's be honest.
Our artsy craftsy weren't too good, so they asked us to kind of go find something else to do, and so I did. But whoever did this year, I guess it was Marcus and Mandy.
We had a lot of good help.
A lot of people.
A lot of good help, yeah.
So a lot of folks involved.
Some people have a vision, some people come, some people just labor, and so it takes quite a bit to make it get done, but it's a great effort.
I stopped by the other day, drop off London, and I saw him out there down on one knee going, he's spray painting some, I don't know what he was spray painting, but he's out there on the board. So he's a hands-on kind of guy, and so it's good. Had a lot of kids last night and a lot of workers, and so tell you what's really amazing, we talked about this before, is that our church has so many people that, there's no turnover. I mean, it's a lot of churches are looking for Sunday school teachers and this and that, and the people we've got in the positions we have pretty much stay there, don't they?
They have done a great job. It was a little scary last night because it was so smooth. Mm-hmm. Normally there's a panic or something, and there's a group that's now helped with registration for of course, you mentioned Brother Marcus, Brother Kevin, the other guys, they're running those skits and game time. Adam runs the pregame stuff, and then you're up there in the booth and guys doing this, and then the kitchen guys doing their thing, and then the class. I mean, like it just, honestly, my wife and I went home last night, and I'm like, I don't know if we missed something, but it went just a little too smooth.
The little wheels all go around to make the big wheel go. So
wheels may fall off, but so far it's going pretty good.
Yep. So if you certainly can come tonight. Starts at 6:30 at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church, Old Watauga Road. So just look for the cactus up there at the road. I thought that was really cool. So
well, say there again, that was somebody else's idea. Yeah. Like, they'd made those cactuses, but she didn't like the way they looked up on the stage because they didn't really fit everything else, and so they'd made them. So yesterday, one of the other ladies was like, hey, let's put them on the sign. So her and her son went out there, and they zip-tied them on the sign. So it sure beats going to Food City or something.
That's the creativity part of it, so that's cool. Yesterday's sermon, he was on it yesterday. And so we've got some visitors coming to the church, and so we had lunch with him yesterday. What do you think? He said he was on it. He said he cuts right to the chase. Give us the highlights of what you spoke on yesterday.
Well, yesterday, the Bible talks about in 2 Timothy chapter 3, which in verse 1 talks about perilous times and gives a description of it. And a lot of people talk about, well, we're in perilous times, which means dangerous or difficult days. But then if you go down to verse 15, 16, 17, it talks about the Word of God, and he says to Timothy, from a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make the wise unto salvation. And then he goes on, all Scriptures can bear inspiration of God, is profitable for doctrine, reproof, correction, instruction, and righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good work. And the theme I really preached on is that from a child, that was known in the Holy Scriptures, and remind ourselves that the Word of God's knowable, the Word of God is knowable for children, and then the end result, I guess if I'm giving a synopsis of it, there's a lot in there what it's able to do and correct us and instruct us and make us know the need of a Savior. But then it comes down and says that the man of God, and often we use that term for preachers, but really in that text, man of God just means an adult Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And the goal would be from a child to an adult, fully formed through the Scriptures, and he uses that term. The old King James Version uses the term thoroughly furnished, and it literally means to be completely furnished. And they use kind of the illustration how a lot of people have. It'd be sad to think you had living room furniture and kitchen furniture, but you had nothing. And that was kind of, I guess, you would say, the theme of what we said. I mean, I can give you the outline if you really want it, but
well, you spoke about at one point being diligent. You said we're diligent. We're talking Tennessee baseball here in a second. So we both like sports, but you said, how diligent are you to pour into your child or grandchild with the Word? Well, okay.
Yeah, you think about Timothy, and chapter 1 of 2 Timothy mentions his mom and his grandma. And maybe he didn't. His dad may not have even been a believer. We don't know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible just says in Acts he was from a Greek background, which means he didn't at least grow up Jewish, and so he didn't have the Word in him. But somebody, his mom and grandma, poured the Word of God in him. And so we talk about Deuteronomy chapter 6. It says, "Thou shalt teach them diligently." And when it talks about when we walk by the way, when we get up and get down, it really talks about we should beware lest thou forget. And we can talk about the forgetful nation of children and talk about how rough young people are and how ignorant they are of the Bible. But like I said, I think it goes back to the failure of adults to teach the Word of God.
Amen.
So,
our young people, they get a bad knock, this current generation, and there's certainly reasons to be not overly positive and excited about this generation. But we've seen you had 60 kids there last night. In high school, they had a high school VBS too.
Middle school and high school.
Middle school and high school VBS. So we see this all the time. You and I see it. I see it over Elizabeth and T. Duggar and down to these elementary schools. There are kids, there's always been kids when are doers and will go out and change the world, aren't they?
Oh, they are. We've had some kids even in our church just help and volunteer, and young people, and we've seen them help in Bible school. We've got a great group signed up to go to camp, and and it's like everything else. A lot of times you only look at the negative.
Yep.
And is there a labor shortage and all those things true? But I still go back to it's a lot of what we tolerate and what we accept. And so, I just can't imagine. Well, we go back to even, and I use this illustration a lot. There's two things I know a little bit about, and that's the Bible and food. But I go back to as a kid, and I know that you can pick on people, but we live in a chicken nugget world, and I can't imagine being 8 or 9 years old. And I've got friends, and we joke about it at church. I got people that are that way, but it just goes back to the thinking, as simple as that illustration is, and somebody may choose to raise their kids that way, but then when you come over here in the spiritual world, and the other thing is, we can't let the child, be the driving force.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with the world today is when I was a child and you were a child, back when the world was black and white,
real black and white, yeah.
But you moved. You as a child, you entered into an adult world, and you found your place in it, and you found your instruction in it. And today, unfortunately, one of the things we've done that's crippled a generation is we've put the children at the center of the home. We've put the children at the center of the extended family. We've put the children at the center of every schedule, and they've not had to adjust anything. So when things don't go exactly like they want, they can't cope.
Yep. As a Marine used to say, he's been gone 30 years. He said, "Boys, the tail ain't gonna wag the dog this house." I said, "Yes, sir." So, what was it one time you told your dad you were going to eat beets?
Oh yeah, I remember one time, and we wasn't even in the city limits, and there was a little room built on the back, a little wood stove in the single wide trailer, and my dad get the rest of my older brothers just goofing off. That old trailer shake on the side of that hill. You think I'm making this stuff up, but that really happened.
No, you're not.
And I remember one time, because that's where we were still living before my parents built a house, and somebody opened a can of beets. Mom and Dad and I said, "Ooh, gross."
Yeah.
And Dad made me a bowl of them, and put them right there, and I didn't have a choice but eat the whole bowl.
That's it.
and I can still take you. We had a little red picnic table out in front of the trailer, and I could still take you in my mind's eye to sitting there looking at that bowl of beets, thinking, man, I wish I'd have kept my mouth shut. But
Looking there going, you big dummy, why did you say that? Because you're going to eat some beets.
that was the last time I made a negative comment about anything Mama ever put on my plate.
I had the same thing.
If you just didn't love it, you just kind of ate it first or second, and just kind of, you just didn't get a big helping of it.
I
Just kept your mouth shut.
wieners and sauerkraut. Had to go through the same thing.
Yeah.
Those little white slimy things. I
Yeah,
guess sauerkraut.
sauerkraut. I don't like it either.
Oh, I said, I ain't eating that. He said, oh, yes, you are.
Thankfully, Mama didn't cook that.
That's it. We only went through one time, but I went through that just like you did.
Well, but and you know, we use food as an illustration, but it can lead over in much more serious things in life. And you know, and that's what we talked about yesterday, is that we're to teach them diligently, and children, even from a young child. That's what that word "child" means. Is really from a baby, that we're to be pouring the Word of God into them. That's what we're trying to do. That's what Bible school's about. And we're not the other church. I know there's 4 or 5 other churches in our town this week got Bible school this week and next week, and camps and stuff. And so I would say to every parent, whether they're in our church or another church, we make great strides. I've shown my kids exactly where to put their hand on a basketball and how the follow through is supposed to be, and you know how you're supposed to make this, and maybe if somebody else is in softball and they've told them how to hold their hands, how to swing the bat, we should be just as diligent in spiritual things, and that's really the point. Of matter of fact, we should be more diligent, because spiritual things don't just last for a season. All sports last for a season in life, and most people, some people don't make it in middle school, some people quit in high school, some people maybe make it through high school, and a handful play in college, but still that season of life eventually ends. But spiritual things, it goes on forever.
Yep. So Tennessee baseball, bases loaded walk last night. They give it up. They lose 7-6 to Wake Forest. So now they're back tonight, and it's a do or die at 6 o'clock tonight. Tennessee and Wake Forest going to the Super Regional. They will play Arkansas. The winner gets Arkansas next week or later this week in the best of 3. So if you're the head coach of the Tennessee Vols, bases loaded, 1 out, bases loaded.
You have to say keep your head up. In one sense, we beat ourselves, and baseball's a funny game. You know, 1 minute they're scoring 20 runs, the next minute nobody on the team can hit the ball.
Yep.
And you just feel like you've earned the right to be there, and you know, you let one slip away, and you just have to be ready to come back. The hard thing about baseball is that long grind. You got to come back tomorrow night now, which now is tonight, and it's win or go home. I mean, it's all the marbles are on the table.
Dripping with drama, as we say. Every pitch, every strike, everything's going to be magnified, because this is your season down to 21 outs, basically 7-inning ball game. The Lady Vols, of course, you know, girl hits that home run last night and doesn't touch home plate. They go back and have that 15-minute delay, and so they finally say, yes, it counts, and thank goodness. Third scoreless. Doug's going to come talk about the baseball coming up here in a second to kind of wrap up the show. He didn't know that, but he's going to do that. That's good. So he just came back from the SEC tournament last week down in Hoover, so he saw a lot of our teams firsthand in the SEC. So, you know, it's that time of year. Schools are out. Virginia's still playing their postseason play. We talked about that, but Tennessee schools are out as far as school, but everybody's still practicing, getting ready. So you blink and you're, 80. Friday was 84, Saturday 83, Sunday we're 81 days away from football. So this Friday night will be 11 weeks till we have kickoff.
It's hard to imagine, but time really doesn't slow down. It's you know, it's kind of scary. You know, you go to the church calendar and you look at all these things we have in June, July, and all this stuff. And next thing, if you're staring in your face, is back to school. You know, and it's hard to imagine, but it just doesn't slow down.
See, 1 year you got out of town on vacation, went to Fenway, didn't you? Go see the Red Sox?
I did go to see the Red Sox. That was Stephanie's brother was living in Boston at the time, and we were up there. And I was not following baseball as much as I follow it a little bit more now. But back then I wasn't following it at all, and I didn't know a player on the field. But it was still pretty cool to go to Fenway.
Fenway.
It was.
It's one of those bucket list places.
It definitely is worth it, even if you're not a huge baseball fan.
Have you been to Wrigley?
I have not been to Wrigley.
The place you took me down in Knoxville. Dead Man's Barbecue or something?
Dead End.
Dead End.
Dead Man's.
I knew it was something dead.
That's what they serve in West Virginia. We don't eat dead people in Tennessee, Tom. We eat dead animals, but not dead people.
You got it. It was dead end barbecue, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was good stuff. I'll never forget that as long as I live. Me and him sitting there. We were talking like it's up a storm about sports and everything, and then the food came. A couple of grunts here and there, and pass me this and pass me that, and wasn't much talk.
I mean, I have that same thing. I mean, you go to grill out at home and you grill, get the meat all, everything's perfect, everything's hot, and you're like, let's eat, and everybody's just sitting around looking at you. That was pretty good, though.
Yeah.
They bring that on the metal trays, and I don't know if we got the 3 or 4 meat tray.
We got the 4 meat tray.
And
we grubbed it out pretty good. So
you wasn't complaining.
No, we had a good time.
I won't lead you astray when it comes to
restaurant, but it was an interesting place.
Well, so. You're in that part of Knoxville, kind of going from downtown to West Knoxville. The other side of it gets a little nicer, but you're going toward a real good area.
Yeah.
You just have to go through a little bit of.
And the little checkout lady swore I was Trace Adkins. Honey, you'll Trace her. You gonna sing for me? I said, Tracer Adkins.
I've never been accused of being a country music star. I mean, maybe John Daly or one of them other guys.
John Daly.
They said we was talking about playing golf the other day. Me and my buddy, Cody, he come in there. We played that fancy course. They did some Pastor Appreciation Day. We went and played. He pulled in there in his cattle truck, blood and guts all over. And I said, we both big guys. I said, we look like John Daly. I said, problem is our golf swing's a little more like Charles Barkley.
That's a good way to go. I'll see you tonight.
I'll see you.
All right, see you tonight. Be ready to go. 6:30. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Doug Henshaw's going to talk a little SEC baseball and the regional next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We're talking to Joseph Taylor, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. And what's going on at Ivy Hall Nursing Home?
Ivy Hall, we would love to have short-term rehab patients. If you go in for knee surgery, shoulder surgery, stuff like that, you need a little bit of rehab, please consider Ivy Hall. We have private rooms for our short-term rehab patients. We offer physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, full-time respiratory therapy. We'd love to take care of you.
Looking for help? Looking for folks to work here?
Absolutely, 100%. If you want to come in, if you're a CNA, LPN, RN, you want to work in dietary, laundry, housekeeping, we would love to have you. You can go to ivyhallnursinghome.com and fill out an application. Somebody will certainly call you back if you put in an application.
Yep. So all these different folks, you take care of these different therapy programs, right?
Absolutely. We love the short-term patients. We love the long-term patients. Either one, we want to take care of anybody that comes our way, for sure.
Social media?
Social media, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook. And like I said, ivyhallnursinghome.com.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, folks. Love promoting them. Again, the great folks here in Elizabethton, sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Ivy Hall Nursing Home.
We're talking to Sherry at the Jeweler's Bench.
So everything is done in-house. Nothing gets sent out. We do ring sizing, necklace repairs. We repair silver jewelry. There's not a lot of jewelry stores that will repair silver jewelry. So we're one of the ones that do. Occasionally watches, we do some watch repair. Some of it we do have to send that out occasionally, but I'll let you know every day.
Yes. John Holtzclaw is one of the few jewelry repair people in the area. There's not many of them left, so they do jewelry repair here. Remember that.
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and then Saturday, 9:30 to 2.
All right. And social media, where do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is? I'm here in Elizabethton, serving not just Elizabethton, but the entire Tri-Cities and really anywhere in the country. The Jeweler's Bench, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. One more time, here's our buddy. It's scoreless, would you say? Scoreless in the third?
Starting the fourth inning, it's scoreless, I believe.
Play at 2:30. And then tonight you got Oklahoma, Texas Tech playing at 7. And if Texas Tech knocks them off, because it's double elimination, then they'll play that outright championship at 9:30 tonight. So for the right to get into the Women's College World Series down to 2 teams, best of 3. And so Tennessee's right there. But we're scoreless in the third. Pickens is the real deal.
She is. But if she leaves it high, UCLA took her yard. So, you got to keep it.
Got to keep it down.
Yeah.
So how do they? I keep watching her pitch game after game. You would think her arm would fall off, but they don't. I mean, all of them, not just Pickens, but
it's unbelievable how they can do that.
Yeah, it really is.
Because like I said when I started on the radio with you a few days ago, when my sister played, they had 2 pitchers and they did all the pitching. They'd be in a tournament and play 7 or 8 games, and
just 2 of them do it.
2 of them do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't see how they do it, but they do it. All these ladies. They say the underhand is easier than coming over on your rotator by doing it this way. Underhand, it doesn't put that much torque on your arm.
The girls' game's a faster game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a faster game. I helped coach her teams. There was always a head coach, but then I always kind of helped. So I was around it many years ago down there in Chattanooga. But I like girls' fast pitch softball.
Hello to Jennifer Harden and Travis Bishop. Hello to Eleanor Rambo, John Shipman, SHIPMA Shipman. Hello to you, Renee Horton, John, Kenneth Googe. Hello, Kenny Googe. How you doing, sir? Ted Scott, Charles Anthony, Nancy Benza. Hope I was that right. Binzha. Sonia Carden, Lou Ritchie, and Jackie Stevens Jr. and Greg Hatfield. Some of the folks
started
10 years ago.
Wow.
Show number 2300 tomorrow at Port Travis Deli. You need to come by.
You do a wonderful
Come by
job.
and we'll give you a sandwich. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Hey, you heard that radio.
I'm going to get him a sandwich. He comes by. I love this guy. He's a hoot. So
I always try to, on Friday nights, the Cyclone football, I try to say a word or two.
Mm-hmm.
You do a great job.
Mm-hmm. Give the Lord credit for that, but we like doing it. So you coming tomorrow, right? Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. All right, so
I've not thought that far ahead till just now.
Yeah, I just plan on it. Come by right at Port Travis will be there. Show number 2300. I'd like for y'all to come by too. It probably doesn't mean a hill of beans to you, but it means a lot to me because it's been
10 years. Wow.
We started off on a dare, really. I took a spare bedroom at the house and said, okay, made a little makeshift studio. Had 2 really clunky headsets, a clunky camera, and a clunky computer. And I thought, okay, we'll try it. If it doesn't work, we'll just go back doing something else. So here we are, 2,300 shows tomorrow. And so, the Lord's blessed. Ain't me, it's him. It's his show. As the late Phil Robertson used to say at Duck Dynasty, it would go as far as the good Lord wanted it to go. And the same with this show. It's going to go as far as he wants it to go. And we added them up last night, the Lord's pleasure. We had over 95,000 views last month. So
wow.
So we're well on our way to hitting 1 million again this year. We had 1 million last year. I'm not doing that to brag. I'm doing it to tell you that it's all about him. And you know that, being a pastor. So
it is. Without him, we can do
regional tomorrow. Be the best of 3. Louisville will play the winner of the Miami Southern Miss game tonight at 9 o'clock. Florida State will take on the winner of Southern Cal Oregon State. They'll play tonight at 6 o'clock. Oregon State 8th in the country. Chapel Hill Regional will play Arizona. Chapel Hill to be decided at 3 o'clock here in a little while. 5th ranked North Carolina and Oklahoma. Coastal Carolina's already been set up. They're going to play number 4 Auburn in the Super Regional later on this week. University of Texas at San Antonio against 15th ranked UCLA. That's an upset. As Texas lost in the regional, they're out. Vanderbilt's out. This is in baseball. The Oxford Regional at 6 o'clock tonight. 10th ranked Ole Miss and Murray State. You have that team will play Duke, by the way. In Baton Rouge tonight at 6 o'clock, Little Rock will take on number 6. So you've got still standing, you have out of the Southeastern Conference, Tennessee still there. Auburn's in there. LSU. Ole Miss is playing today. So you got 4 teams out of, am I leaving somebody out? See, Louisville's not, Florida State's not.
Look out for them crazy Cajuns, I'm telling you, LSU.
Oklahoma's playing. They're playing out of the SEC, playing North Carolina today to win that regional. So how do you think the SEC stacking up now nationwide against these other teams?
Well, all the top ranked ones fell. The number 1 seeds, Vandy fell. I really thought Vanderbilt would make a run, but They didn't make it. So I just think, I was raised, you were too. The cream always rises to the top. And LSU, they're always close. They may not always make it to the super regional, but they're in the regional, and you got to look out for LSU. Auburn, I'm glad to see Auburn do well, and Tennessee. If we'd have won that game last night, I would have been really encouraged, but I'm kind of concerned about tonight. Regional, I think I may be wrong on that. So this could be the year they break through. I hope not, but they've got some really good hitters. Their offense is good.
So we had you on last week when you came back from the SEC tournament. You said, I like Tennessee, but I'm not wild with Tennessee. What is it that you don't like about it?
It just seems like we just, hitting-wise, we just don't have it like we've had it in previous years. We just, you need those 2 or 3 hits back-to-back. And with previous teams, even when we got behind, it just seemed like, it's not over, and we'll make a run. This team, they get behind. I mean, they don't really make a. They can't get the hit. They can't put the hits together. So, I hope I'm wrong. I hope we win tonight. But I'd love to be down there. Wouldn't it be great to be in Knoxville tonight?
Lindsey Nelson, place will be rocking.
That place will be packed out.
It's probably rocking.
I went to the Kentucky game this year. Went down and got on one of those porches in left field. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. My brother-in-law, who married my sister, he works for a company that they have one of those porches, and so they asked me if I wanted to come. And they in Tennessee, I think, lost that series. I think they won Friday night. I was there Friday night, and I think they lost Saturday and Sunday. So.
I would dare say, what time is it? Was it 1:12?
Yeah.
I'd say there's folks down there right now lining up, getting ready to get in there and get a seat for a 6 o'clock first pitch.
They're renovating the stadium. It's going to be really nice. Because when I went down there earlier this year, there was only certain ways you could go in because there's all this construction, and it's going to be really nice.
Here's your funny, because I ran into a guy Saturday at one of the stores, and he said, "Man, Vitello, he can't coach." Okay, we just won the national championship a year ago there, bonehead. He said he can't coach. He don't know what he's talking about. Don't know what he's doing.
He's pretty good.
I looked at the guy and said, sir, I'm not even going to talk to you. Got to go. Thanks. Hope you have a great day. So we can't coach. I'm thinking, he just won the national championship last year. Okay, so now this year, because they're not blowing people off the field, I guess, he can't coach. I'm thinking, I don't have any time for people like that, so come on now.
You can pull it up on the computer. I Googled it and saw his first game he coached at UT. It showed the stands, and there was just a handful of people there. And then you look at it now. Unbelievable.
Well, you look out there on the field, somewhere in that ballpark, there's a flag flying that says national champs.
That's exactly right.
So a year later, you tell me the guy can't coach? So, of course, I heard about Heupel. He can't coach either. Caldwell can't coach because he got beat, and so...
Hey, at Caldwell Springs, I'm sure there's some people say he can't preach.
He can't preach. You know what's really
there's always
you know what's really sad, because I had a story on the show last week. Lance McCullers, the Houston Astros, Liam Hendricks. This guy's a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer survivor. He had a bad game and he got death threats, and people sent him texts saying, I wish you went ahead and died of cancer. You had Lance McCullers, these fans that made death threats on his wife and his 5-year-old kid, to the point he's called the Houston police, and they're giving him protection. But he can't coach. And then these players, and let's see, who was the guy I was reading about? The guy for the Phillies said it happens every night. We're just used to it. If we don't help them get where they want to go, apparently on their bets or whatever, so we hear about it every night. We just don't pay attention to it. It's an every night thing, and we're getting threats made to us. This country that, in this society, we're so driven by sports. And I do a sports show, but to sit here and say Tony Vitello can't coach, guy's a national champion defending coach. So it's crazy.
Look at the facts.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
Numbers don't lie.
No.
He's been pretty successful.
Yeah, just don't. I don't get it. It's like, what'd you do for me yesterday? And that's the society in which we live, but okay, whatever.
And he's done really good on the recruiting trail already. I've kind of popped up on my phone there some of the commits. He gets the guys. He's getting some good people.
Yeah, it doesn't. I guess people forgot, or at least these guys I was talking to. They had a big departure, graduation, turning pro. They lost a lot of guys off last year's team, so let's don't throw them.
Well, we're in the middle of Vacation Bible School, so I'll have my phone with me. That's about it.
That's true.
I'll be knee deep in Vacation Bible School, and so we had our first night, had a good turnout. So shout out to Mike and Joanna Orr. They're our VBS directors, and they do a wonderful job. And so it's all good.
The late Charles Stanley said the most important outreach a church can do year in and year out is Vacation Bible School.
Yeah, there's a statistic, I don't know if it's still true, but it may be old, like 90% of most decisions for Christ are 18 years and younger.
Yep.
So, I've done it before. I don't know if I've done it at Caldwell Springs, but just ask if you accepted Christ, before 18 years, you'd be amazed at the hands that will be raised.
So Stanley, in one of his sermons, and he talked about the Vacation Bible School. Of course, he's gone; he's in glory. But he asked that particular service to show hands there at First Baptist. How many people in the crowd, the congregation, have been impacted by Vacation Bible School to the point of they asked the Lord in their heart. Their hands popped up all over the place. Of course, it was an adult-based service, but still, it's a very important outreach of every church.
Mm-hmm.
And Caldwell Springs Baptist is no different, right?
We do it every year.
Yeah.
And
the Awana program he does.
That's right, Awana, and appreciate your support and prayers. It's really helped our church a lot. Matter of fact, we're going to have a baptism here in a couple of weeks, and a mom, a daughter, all this connected to our Awana program. A mom, daughter, the husband, the dad, he's not being baptized, but he's going to be joining the church, and we got 2 others, all connected to our Awana program. So, looking forward to that.
It's all about the kids. It's our future. So you can reach the kids. When you reach the kids, reach the parents. So that's good stuff. At Caldwell Springs Baptist Church up Stony Creek, that's in that direction. So give me one more update of the score before we go.
Let's see what we got
It
here.
was scoreless in the third. We're watching the Lady Vols and.
Oh, Texas is up 1-0. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0. Let's see.
2 outs.
2 outs.
Yeah. 1-0 Texas. Tennessee's got to win this game or it's over. And then they got to try and beat them again. So they got to play them twice. They win the 12 o'clock game, which is where they are now.
But these Lady Vols, they got some fight in them.
There's some grit.
Yeah, I think they got a little bit more than the boys.
Yeah.
Me personally. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope.
Walked in the game, 7-6.
Yeah.
I ask you something. I asked Pastor Fowler. What would you're the coach. You're Vitello. You go into the locker room. What do you tell them? Because they're just.
Well, I agree with Pastor Fowler. You get to live for another day, but and that's been the story of Tennessee guys all year. They've had opportunities, and they just hadn't been able to close it. And I didn't get to watch the first part of the game yesterday. I only watched the last 2 or 3 innings. But the guy that started, and I can't remember his name, he had an awesome game. And I was texting with Jordan, my son, and a couple other people. Why did we take him out? But they took him out, and he was doing well. So then they brought in the reliever, which he did okay. But I don't know. If my starter's doing well, I'm gonna ride him.
Ride that horse. Ride that horse.
Don't mess up a good thing.
No, ride him till he can't throw it on anymore because you ain't got no tomorrow. He's spent, right? So he won't be able to.
Yeah, he had to rest a few days.
Yeah. So he can't. So if he's out there and he's doing good, run with him because that's an arm that's spent up, used
up. But I don't know all the details. So he was telling me he did well. So
there you go. Thanks for stopping by, sir.
Yes, man. Thank you.
Yeah. So we'll keep you posted. It's 1-0 Texas, bottom of the fourth. Lady Longhorns lead the Lady Vols in the elimination games. Real simple. If you lose, you're done. So
I'm going to say one more word. You're at one of your sponsors, Chick-fil-A, and I'm fixing to get up from here and go get me a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah, it's on me.
No, lunch yet.
Good. Nice. Tough. She's tough.
She is.
Keeps that boy in line right there now. Mama keeps him in line. She's a great lady. Good peeps. Enjoyed, treasure the friendship. Quick break. We'll close it right after this from Farm Bureau on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh, I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
Our success is your success.
And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's going to do it. Wrapping up show number 2299. A big thanks to our guest, Doug, just stopped by. Appreciate that. Also, Pastor Fowler. Both are pastors, of course. Pastor Henshaw from Caldwell Springs and Pastor Fowler from Pleasant Beach. Also, Marie May stopped by from Weight Loss Success. Also, we had, Leslie got it all started from Sycamore Shoals. So appreciate her very much as well. We're out of time against 1-0 Texas over the Lady Vols. The Tennessee men's team will play tonight, as we told you. We ran down the game several times, who's playing where. So all the dust will settle tomorrow, and we'll be ready to go with the Super Region, Texas and Tennessee and Oklahoma and Texas Tech. Happy birthday to Jerry Mathers, Leave It to Beaver. The Beavs having a birthday today, 76 years old. Let's wrap it up with a verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and we're going to be same today as we always do before we leave here. And so let's give that to you real quick. The verse of the day, and it goes like this. Our dark days will not always be. He will be the light that will brighten our days and help our days, our sad days to end. The verse, I'm trying to read it without my glasses. And it jumps off the page. Our dark days will not always be. He will be the light that will brighten our days and help our sad days to end. Isaiah 60, verses 19 and 20 says, the sun will no more be your light by day, nor will the brightness of the moon shine on you, for the Lord will be your everlasting light, and your God will be your glory. Verse 20, your sun will never set again, your moon will wane no more, the Lord will be your everlasting light, and your days of sorrow will end. That's out of the book of Isaiah, Isaiah 60, 19, and 20 are the verses. Isaiah 60, verses 19 and 20. Then I said, thank you, Lord Jesus, for loving us and turning our sad days into days of joy and gratitude because of you. That's the way we end our show. Thanks for watching it. We'll be ready to go. Come back again tomorrow. Show number 2300. Hope you stop by and say hello to us. We'll be right up the street here at Poor Trav's Deli. Again, celebrating our show number 2300 tomorrow from 11 to 1 with Richard Oakes and the folks at Poor Trav's Deli, right up the street, right across from the jeweler's bench here in Elizabeth. And thanks for watching the show. Again, we are out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. We'll wrap it up always saying, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2299 from Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. See you back here tomorrow.